We'll get to last night's opening night of the Stanley Cup playoffs in a moment, but we start with the Calgary Flames fellows as Elliot Friedman took to his computer and hammered out another edition of 32 Thoughts where the Flames took center stage. Here is the quote from Friedman on the Treliving departure and the deteriorating relationship with Daryl Sutter. This is quoting Friedman. Treliving and the Flames mutually agreed to part ways on Monday, 5 days after the last game of the season. Don Maloney, now president of hockey operations and interim GM, said Treliving first indicated last Wednesday he would be leaving. It is believed a deteriorating relationship with Sutter played a major role in the GM's decision that the two could not continue working together and really hadn't communicated well in some time. If Sutter didn't have an extension, maybe the outcome is different. None of it surprising, all of it disappointing, and some of it a little too reminiscent of Daryl's last spell with the organization where I believe was it 2009 to 2012. His brother was the head coach and he was the GM, and word was they weren't much into talking either. You hope these types of problems can be solved, but when you see it happen multiple times, it makes you worried.
The thing of all of this is they're highly paid professionals, right?
Yes.
Get along, don't get along. I don't give a
Yes.
shit. We heard what happened in Los Angeles, right? It's, oh, they
Yes.
locked them out. When you're winning,
Yeah.
all this stuff is like comes with the territory. But when you're losing, it's harder to accept.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm with you, Boom. The biggest bone to pick is the fact that you're paid professionals. You should be working together, and it shouldn't be a childish, I'm not going to talk if that's the case. And you know what? The effing fans shouldn't have to suffer for it and because of it.
You see the article from Pike on Flames Nation if you want more on the topic. There's that. And then there was this yesterday as well, as Don Maloney and John Bean took to the podium to speak, addressing Brad Treliving's departure. How are we feeling after the press conference? I think both of these men are good men. I think both of them were a little bit uncomfortable in that space. And frankly, neither of them have been in that space for a long time. Maloney, a VP back in 17, turned senior VP, but this was his first public speaking as a GM or interim GM in a long, long time. And John Bean's very well versed on speaking on the business of Calgary sports and entertainment, but to be asked about the hockey side, that's kind of new for him in this type of space. The words I sort of found, nervy, defensive, emotional, including Don Maloney welling up at the beginning and, having to power through talking about his good pal, Brad Treliving, who hired him and whom he hired earlier, leaving. It was,
So how's he not going to have a bias?
A bias about what? Daryl?
Well, the guy's supposed to interview and talk to about all that's going on. I don't get what is going on down there. Individually, they're all wonderful people, but I don't get what the fuck is going on down there.
I don't think it's that hard, though, because it's like, who would have greenlit this guy being the president of hockey ops? I hate to keep bringing everything back to Europe, but that doesn't happen without his approval.
Here comes the new boss, same as the old boss.
So we hired, we're going to give extension. Apparently Don Maloney's okay with working with Daryl. He took his extension. Conroy's okay with working with Daryl.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Maloney said yesterday, the review of coaching's not done, and he's either going to meet with Daryl today or tomorrow. He said Daryl had some family things to attend to, and it looks like Wednesday's the sit down. I can't imagine a new president going to the owner and saying we have an issue with the coach when that's what the last GM was saying for months.
Boomer said it 20 minutes ago. If he does fire him, it's even worse. It even reeks of more dysfunction.
Yeah.
The only thing that now can connect any dots is if Treliving shows up as the GM in Pittsburgh or something.
Yeah, or something
right?
else.
Like
Anywhere.
if he lands in a hockey job right away, you can well, that's what it was. So then you promote him as an interim and he brings it. All right. But we're not led to believe that's necessarily the case.
Well, and to be fair, I mean, this is the season where you will see the evaluations internally and changes made. he's a super capable guy. And if any job's open, I think he'd be one of the stronger candidates out there, given what he's had to deal with here, which is what we've talked about, forever.
Think of and just kind of to close the book on it, you think of the stuff that he had to deal with. And again, highly paid professional, you can do it. But the whole COVID thing,
the Bill Peters stuff,
he really was unfairly, in a way, the face of the Bill Peters stuff.
No president.
Something like it happened in wherever, Rockford,
10 years prior,
right? And he's having to be the I guess whipping boy for the franchise, and then all. It's not that you feel sorry for him, but it's been a ride for sure.
Yeah.
There's been some ups and downs for sure.
Other notes from the press conference, Maloney noted that he wants candidates from other organizations as well as his own, wants to find the best candidate moving forward. I do understand that your guys' take on Craig Conroy, and that does make sense. And I like the idea of the process of going and finding the best guy, but the best guy ain't coming here to work in these circumstances we've unfolded.
That's
going to be weird.
Yeah. We're going to get the best guy, except the best guy can see what the fuck is going on over there, and he ain't interested.
The other thing that of note is John Bean said, quote, "I'm not allowed to use the word rebuild," which, isn't breaking news, but it confirms essentially what people have been saying for about a decade about,
and it was kind of
the short-term mandate,
kind of in cheek, right? But not too on point for it not to be.
Well,
legit.
John, you're smart enough to use a different word. Retool it then.
And that's what Jay Feaster ended up doing. It's a different R word. What are you talking about? Reboot, retool. Oh, we wouldn't rebuild. And there was some attempted humor there that I don't think the audience was ready for. It was a little awkward.
Yeah, I was texting with somebody. I said it was a bit of an awkward party.
Yeah.
At the Dome for everybody involved.
A little cringy.
They can't all be as smooth and savvy in the media as we are.
Fair enough, Dean. Fair enough.
If they came on, we could help them.
Come on, John, get in here.
I'd love to talk with John. I think
Have
that'd
a
be
seat
great
over there.
I mean, I don't know that
Red's been farting in it for 2 weeks.
John's work environment probably isn't a lot different than the GMs that we spoke about. Let's start with hockey. What would motivate the Bruins, Rhett? The illness is running around. They weren't sure if they'd have Ullmark, who did start. Well, how about this? Their former leader going out and hauling ass in the Boston Marathon. Check this out, Retro. This is before the game yesterday. Now, these are normal-sized humans. You'll know when you know, because look at that massive human, Zdeno Chara.
Look at his feet.
Boston Marathon.
Jesus.
This guy's just better at life than anyone else we know. It's incredible. Wow. Looks like he can still play, Foot speed looks okay.
Get him in the ring. That Roman Reigns needs an opponent.
His hips.
Look at that.
Hips are going. His hips.
The shoulders on him.
Yeah, he's moving those hips for 26 miles.
That doesn't motivate me. That does not motivate me at all, Pinder. That annoys me and makes me question my life choices.
That shouldn't motivate you. I'm just saying Zdeno's better than us. That's
You're not going to go out for a quick gallop this afternoon now? Quick rip?
No.
Stuff for a rip, are you, bud? No Bergeron last night, but the Bruins did what the Bruins do. Ullmark was great, and Alex Lyon at the other end, who stole the job in the last 2 weeks of the season from Sergei Bobrovsky with Spencer Knight away on personal leave. He was really good early until, a couple softies got past him. 3-1 your final. DeBrusk, Marchand, Pasternak, the goal scorers, and the Panthers hung around a little, but never really felt like it was in danger. Ullmark,
they had good chances early. In the first, I thought they played well, the Panthers.
Yep. Right out of the gate.
Really on.
Ullmark was there to respond. As for Ullmark, how about this? Geez, that's too bad. Hey, Alex, this is as Dean was tweeting about Alex Lyon. There he goes, turning back into a punt.
Oh, dear.
That's too bad. Thanks, Dom. That's heartbreaking. As for Ullmark, very much the opposite. Still your runaway Vezina guy, as I believe it's his 50th start, and 22 of them, 2 goals or less than 2 goals. One of the two. We had the tweet in there somewhere. It's tidy work for Ullmark this season. Give him the damn award, and he's hoping he'll collect another one called the Conn Smythe. We shall see. There it is. 50 games this season. Giving up 1 or less in 22. Are you kidding me? That's nearly half the time. He's going to spot you with a 0 or 1 on the other side. That's all you had to do with Boston's roster?
He's a stingy bastard.
He is a stingy bastard. And I skipped over it. Let's go to it now. We talked about the additions they made at the deadline and how seamless they fit in. Check out the dark arts from Tyler Bertuzzi. This nearly gets a penalty all the time. Watch how he gets away with it. I'm on the bench. What are you doing? Hey, I'm just trying to make a change here. Snap. Oh, do you want your stick back?
That's
somewhere down the bench. Marchand's got a tear in his eye. Just so beautiful.
So quick.
That's so
just
beautiful.
right in front of my eyes, growing up.
I think you said it, Retro. You look at those ads that they made with Hathaway and this guy.
Orlov
is awesome.
Perfect fits for that team.
Greasy pricks. They fit in great. I love it. Like, this rat is perfect for the playoffs. I love it. Beautiful stuff. Okay, we'll move to the next series. It was Carolina at home to the New York Islanders. How about first opening few seconds of the game, first shot of the power play, first few seconds of the power play, Sebastian Aho rifle into the top of the net. Carolina would not look back. It was 1-0 at that point. And then this was Aho on Aho. It's the Sebastian Aho Bowl. Of course, the Islanders defenseman and the Carolina forward, Sebastian, the forward with Carolina, winning game 1. Antti Ranta was fine, fellas. Look at that. Allowed 1. Not bad at all. 1. 962.
His nieces and nephews are very excited.
Yes.
They're for their uncle.
The upset special was not happening for me. I thought I had that one nailed. We'll move along. Dallas, Minnesota. This was a war. Bit of a sleepy-er first period.
Warner roll in his eyes.
The next 4 periods, incredibly physical and some great plays along the way. Here was the one play that we'll see a ton of. 3-2, the Wild do win it in double overtime. But let's go back to Matt Dumba colliding with Joe Pavelski. Scary, some gray area, a major penalty, a review. Let's watch it and unpack here as Dumba comes in on Joe Pavelski with a shoulder. Puck's a ways away. It's kind of in that, is that too late or not territory. And watch the sticks get in Pavelski's face as he's hit. Not a high stick per se, but a stick that during the collision gets rammed into his temple. 2 sticks up in his face. And then watch the impact of the head on the ice. That is a scary scene for Pavelski, who needed to be helped off the ice and down the tunnel. And remember, infamously, the 5-minute penalty he drew as a member of the Sharks against the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 7 in Vegas' second year. They scored 4 times to win that game, move on to the round 2. The league actually instituted a review for 5-minute penalties as a result of that play, and that's exactly what happened last night. They handed out a 5-minute major, then rescinded it and gave coincidental minors. What are we seeing on the hit here, fellas? Not all at once.
Well,
player.
I hate being the hypocrite because I like big hits, but I thought they were getting rid of those ones.
Yeah, and that's the type of hit you'd see all the time in your playing days, but they're trying to get away from it, to your point, right?
Yeah, I'm shocked that it was called a major and then rescinded. Like, if it hadn't been called a major and they didn't take it that far, maybe. But I'm a little surprised they got rid of it.
I mean, shielded there. Is that Hartman, right? That's kind of in his peripheral there. So
a couple bodies tangled.
I think that's irrelevant
until the last. I'm just saying for Pavelski, why it connects with him. He's got to. So he really doesn't see it until the last second.
Well, he does get the shoulder right on the chin. It looks like there to me.
Yeah, they slowed it down and showed the stick right up and dislodging the helmet before the hit. It's not pretty, and really more than whether this is a 5 or a 2 or coincidentals or nothing at all. You hope Joe Pavelski can get back here. That's another significant head injury. Those aren't good to have. Never mind multiple.
I'm guessing that's the end of Joe Pavelski.
In the series, or he didn't come back. We'll hope that wouldn't be good. Okay, we'll move along. That was the hit. How about this play in overtime? Brock Faber, how's your 3rd NHL game going? You're in double overtime. Look at this chance. Oh, deflects it with his stick. Diving.
Like you say, Retro. Dive. Get down there.
I wanted Marchment to score, his old man. Damn it. I was cheering for him there.
Great opportunity, and the Just
look at the play at the blue line. Guy gets clipped.
This was
from
very
across the
physical.
blue line. Yeah, it was a good
of
one.
all the four, it wasn't close. This was your heaviest hockey of the night.
Here it is there.
Whoop. Eventually, it's a turnover that pops out to Ryan Hartman, who tucks it in around Jake Ottinger, who was sensational in the contest, that ends it. And man, all those fans staying up till like midnight in Dallas, that's got to feel like a sucker punch. You stay up that late, Dean, and your team can't.
Well, yeah. Can't come through in the end.
Oh. And
That's
so now the
what it was.
question is, will they bounce back?
Look at Hartman in the golf shirt, just dishing.
Hartman's snarkier than I thought. And yeah,
I'm
so
still
there
stunned
go the
this
Wild
guy
getting a
got
one
back up.
game.
Oh man, and
Yeah.
popped right back up.
Yeah, that's impressive. Good chin on
You know what? That's what it
the
is. Some of those wiry guys, Rhett, sneaky tough.
good chin.
Look at his hair.
Okay,
It's-
to Edmonton.
Just hang on a second.
Oh,
I
sorry.
just it's right on the button.
That's a jaw. That should knock out most people.
Now because he doesn't react at all except catching the punch with his face.
Oof.
Does he have time there to do anything, Red, or is it? Are we just giving Johnny
I
Golf
think he's
shirt
look
credit
at
for being
it's
that
his
quick?
girl. It's his girl there that distracts him. She's grabbing his arm. He thinks he's going to get pulled away. Bam!
Yeah, what the hell's
True.
she doing?
The dude with the earplugs is handing out free knuckle sandwiches here. Okay, that's enough of that.
I like the
Edmonton,
guy
LA.
below that had no reaction at all. Just kind of.
Yeah.
Huh.
You gonna
Oh,
catch this guy? I can't. I got my hands in my bunny hug.
Oh boy, sucks to be that guy.
My hands are so toasty warm. I don't dare bring them out. It's an ice rink. It's very chilly in here.
Oilers blew 2-2.
even try and catch me, dude. There'd be a discussion afterwards. Who gives a fuck? That's the most exciting thing of the Pinder report, right?
You
there. It's
haven't
3
seen the
months
scrap
old.
we got coming from California.
Oh, okay, then move on.
So we'll keep moving.
All right.
Oilers blew 2 goal leads, and we needed overtime after Anze Kopitar tied it with 17 seconds left. Kings win 4-3 in overtime. All the moaning and bitching wasn't about blowing 2 leads, nor the parade of the penalty box from the Oilers, but that this Desharnais swipe of the stick set up the Kings for a power play in overtime. Lizotte outmuscles him, and Desharnais, you're good. Don't swing your stick at his feet. Oh, you just exactly. And no, he didn't step on the stick. Look at that. Do you sell it?
Oh,
Probably.
great
But don't be
sell.
swinging your stick in the feet. What can you gain here if you're Desharnais? I'm confused. Why is this a good play to put the ref in that spot? You're lucky he doesn't step on your stick. Then it's an obvious one.
What are you saying there, Ed?
He helps
I'm
us,
seeing a
doesn't
dive.
he? Lizotte gets watched the wobble of his right skate here, but he rides through that and then bails. It's like, okay, well, I'll just go down here. But hey, you want to put the ref in that spot? Guess you got to live with the ref's decision.
Good job, Lizotte. Love you, man.
What are you doing with the swing of the stick?
Blake.
Who cares about the
Blake
swing of the
Lizotte.
stick? Why are you letting the Kings score 2 in the third and late, last 8 minutes?
Why is the 6'7" guy getting muscled off the puck by Blake Lizotte?
I'm glad McDavid was out there at the end in case he got an empty netter. That'd be awesome.
Well, and then before this, the more painful part, Rhett, is there was the goal that was called no goal because Derek Ryan, forever a Flame,
Cheater.
you can't do that. I mean, talk about a blatant breaking of the rules.
Yeah.
A high stick redirection into the net, but even more of that emotional roller coaster for Oilers fans. You think you win it in overtime, then this penalty, then beautiful power play goal from the Kings, and she's over. Game
With
one
that
goes
first-
to the Kings.
Sorry, I was going to say, in that first period, oh, here it is.
They win.
There it is.
It's like, oh, what do you do when your team loses in the playoffs? I guess throw shit on the ice. What are we new here? Is this Australia? You're teaching people about hockey? Look at this shit. There's a beer.
Losers.
This is sweat hog behavior. Like, be better, Edmonton. You've been here before, right? You got a bunch of those things in the rafters? Come on.
Game one, guys.
Game one.
Now it's not everybody. The rink's full of thousands, tens of thousands of people. So, hey,
Every rink is. Did we see any other fan base act like this yesterday?
I think there'd be a lot of Oiler fans who would be
Jesus.
very unhappy that they will be painted with that brush because of some Lugans.
Well, and so what I want the Oilers fans
Oh,
who
cheater. Cheater.
Oh, look at this cheater
Look
here.
at- cheater. Cheater.
Head height. Sorry, that's over 4 feet.
And I get Derek Ryan's, smaller guy, but
Not that small.
Oh, way
Cheaters.
high. Way
Way
high.
high. way high.
And for those that think it's okay to throw beers on the ice, I want you to imagine that this is a player wearing 97 in orange and how close this beer gets. This is post-game as well.
Oh,
classy. The good news is Anze's probably expecting it because the ice is already littered with shit that fans have thrown on.
Is that an IPA?
Have better aim.
It looked like it
Have
had
better
one,
aim,
yeah.
you clown.
Yeah, if that's a light beer, I don't know what comes down so hard, eh?
It's like Rocket Ishmael in the Grey Cup.
That's right. That's a
In
serious
Winnipeg.
pull. Serious pull.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll move on.
Look at-
Tonight's
look at-
action.
but look at this. Look at this donkey.
It's just not
Z-
fair.
zip.
Zing, zing, zing.
Yeah. And now he's mad. I was -2 and we lost. I didn't get a point.
I set them up
All
at a
right.
5-on-3. Did pretty much everything to get in that first lead. Yeah, still the best player in the world. Fans, I don't know if they're the best in the world. That behavior, smarten up.
Come on, Jared.
Come on.
We know
Jarrod.
that they're not the best.
Tonight's slate, the 4 series we did not see yesterday, we will see tonight. Very excited about this. We got an amazing Hudson River battle at 5 o'clock. That's Rangers Devils. Love it. We got the Bolts and Leafs again in Toronto. And yes, the Leafs, significant favorites in the sports books. Later on, 7:30, we go to Vegas Retro. A little early to be going out in Vegas, but you do what you have to do. It's playoffs. Jets are there, Connor Hellebuck and company. And then the nightcap tonight, Avs and Avalanche, Avs and Kraken from Denver. You smell smoke too, or is that just me?
Nope,
Nope.
just you.
Got it. Great. Wonderful. Speaking of time of debuting tonight.
How's your left elbow? Is it sore?
Yeah, sure. Great. Look at the debuts we've got tonight. There's some significant playoff droughts that are being snapped. Jake McCabe, 504 games, Rhett. He's playing his first playoff game. Jack Eichel, 476. He's playing his first game.
All these Sabres.
Oh,
Yesterday, Sam Steele yesterday. Denis Malgin. Dennis Malgin. There's Jack Hughes, 244.
I was so happy for Sean Walker last night.
Were you?
Yeah.
232. He must have been hurt last
He
year.
deserved it.
boy walks.
Mike McLeod? See the guy with that song they kept playing, 40-Year-Old Virgin, in the sound room? Or is
No,
that?
that's a different guy.
Okay.
It's Michael McDonald.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Sam Steele scored last night.
Sam Steele, beauty breakaway goal.
Yeah.
Connor Bedard, breaking news, Rhett. This overblown prospect, the top prospect in Central Scouting rankings. You'll be stunned to
So
hear.
there's a shot he's going to go first.
I'm moving him up my draft board.
Yeah.
Connor Bedard had more games this year with 5 or more points, 10 times, than he did games where he didn't get a point, 5 times.
You know who else was first overall? David Legwand.
You're not playing this card, are you?
I want him to wear the badge.
Are you planting your flag in this take
And
that
then
Connor Bedard is overrated?
Remember? And then Dougie was at the game in Saskatoon. He's like, I don't know. That Bedard doesn't play the other end of the puck very well.
Did Legwand go first overall?
I don't think he did. No,
I don't think he went first
Yes, he
overall.
did.
He was a first rounder. But
it's probably the best
Listen,
comp for
you-
Connor. Now that I think about it,
Connor Bedard, David Legwand 2.0.
yes.
All right,
the t-shirt.
Patrick's fine. Patrick Stefan.
Okay.
Alexandre Daigle.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
I love that you're playing the heel on this.
It's
I'm
good.
Very happy.
It's a commitment. Now this one, we go to the Bow River Bruins, Calgary Junior C.
No,
have
I
the-
can't cheer for those cheating bastards. That's where Serge's kid played, and they cheated us out of a tournament victory. So I'm not going Bow River. No.
Oh, you close your eyes, Rhett. The rest of us will watch. This is when Junior C recreates NHL. So in the top of your screen, you've got Dallas Edmonton, where Patrick Stefan, funny you mentioned him, has an empty net. And let's see where the rest matches up.
Bergeron fans on a pass. Stefan steals and he'll ice it. Or at least I thought he was gonna until he blew it. That's unbelievable. Here come the Oilers the other way, and Hemsky's loose. Hemsky, he scored! Can you believe what we just saw?
How did you know we were going to talk about Patrick Stefan? Good work.
That's crazy.
Those unis.
Good work on the RR41.
Do you guys want to
Productions there.
question my memory as to who, if Patrick Stefan was? Oh no, wait, it was David Legwand. I said.
That is right. Do we want to
Your
question?
memory.
Yes, we do, actually.
You're sharp.
You need a moment with your memory. Stefan,
Oh,
before the
number
Sedin tour.
2 overall, son of a.
Yeah, I know. So close. Well, maybe Connor slides. You can still be leg one.
You
eh?
showed us.
Do you want to test my? Okay,
Put
no
that
more.
in your pipe and drink it.
No more memory tests. Class adjourned. Last couple for you. Great news from Buffalo Red. DeMar Hanlon has been cleared for full football activities. That's incredible news after what we saw last year. And finally, a couple for you. We'll start with what you had noted earlier in the show. We thought the Wolverine went up to Edmonton last night, but he might have pulled a fast one on us because it was game one Oilers. And that honk, he's got deep roots there, but spotted in Calgary. There he is.
There he is,
bastard.
yeah. Usually he's down at the pub down the street.
Well, that's not far.
Eating fish tacos.
It's a few blocks from the River Park. That's probably it. He's fish tacos are down. Let's go for the bathroom.
The loss. After the loss last night, he became distraught and disoriented and passed out of the park.
Did you notice the texts? Yeah,
got quiet, eh?
Texts and photos from the rink slowed down.
Once that first 2-goal lead was gone?
Yeah.
And the second.
Oh, weird.
LFG, woo! Yep.
Finally, we'll close things out by taking a little trip to Petco Park. Beautiful place to see a game. Have you been to the stadium there, Rhett? I mean, breathtaking.
Best ever.
The weather's always great in San Diego. Now the team's even good. And look at how much fun everyone's having in the stands in San Diego. You gotta love this. Actually, this is cool.
That's a knockout.
Dude.
That's a knockout.
This is a KO. This is an early Mike Tyson 10 seconds in. And the poor old bastard. Frat boy is jacked up and ready to throw. And this poor dad is at the park with his glasses on.
Jesus.
This is not good.
Look at that's everybody's dad.
Oh, dad. Rubber legs.
Jesus. Who did he bonk into that was completely irrelevant and unsupportive of what was like?
Again,
how did
if your buddy's chirping, like why don't you
Look
back
at
him
Manny
up or at
Machado
least
come in
catch him?
here?
Oh dear.
Christ, that's a. He's like, oh, he's like, what'd you do that for?
What's going on here?
Hey, what the heck, man?
I actually stumbled across an Instagram account. It's going to be a problem because it's like 8 of these every day.
Is it?
I just don't.
Tremendous.
You'd hate to be this person. You hate it happening to this person, but you can't stop watching. It's a car accident.
Listen, I'm going to interrupt right here just for the people that are listening. Folks, let's replay this. Look where this man's hands stay. Someone's confronting you. Put your hands like this. I watched the special. Kind of like you're thinking deep. Because then your hands are up near your face and you can protect yourself. Even if you deflect that punch a little bit, you got them down in your pockets. You're going to take one in the kisser.
Well, we saw that in Dallas earlier in the show.
Get your hands up.
Get your hands up.
Fuck, dude is concussed.
He's out cold.
You know what? He's having a bad day.
Get him up higher. Too low.
This is the please no posture, and look at the full extension on this.
Well, and you know what? This is very much. It's kind of like Rougned Odor and. The glasses went flying, right? This is very much Odor.
Bautista.
And Bautista.
Bautista at least got up. This guy's out.
It's like they teach you when we were kids, when we first started fighting when we were 14. Hit him in the back of the head. When you're punching him, you don't try to pop him in the front of the nose. Through the head. Hit him in the back of the skull. That's what you're trying to hit. Oh.
The thing is, and dude's walking towards him with purpose.
Oh boy.
You gotta get your hands up. And much like Odor, I think Padres sweater guy, not the first punch he's ever thrown.
No, this is it's a grizzled vet here. He does not miss. Just tags him. Good night, glasses. Good night, sir. Check, please. Valet, wheel up the car. All you want to do is come see the Padres and the Rockies.
Is that a Tulowitzki jersey?
It looks like it could be, yeah. That's your Pinder Report, fellas. Keep your hands up, would you?
Get your hands up.
Cape punching.
Cape punching. That's right. Village Honda presents the Pinder Report. They, of course, in the Northwest Auto Mall.
He gave him the shrug. He showed him.
Hey, please don't do that again. Yeah, I don't need to. I KO'd him.
Here comes security.
Hard to kind of get into a sponsor read after this.
I know.
If you want someone that's got your back, how about Village Honda? Detailing packages for your vehicle. Hands up if you want a clean car inside and out.
You want to knock out the dirt, Dean?
That's right. $79.95 is where the detailing packages start. Clean winter off your rig. Book your details today at your dealership for life, Village Honda in the Northwest Auto Mall.